Good afternoon, students. I am Ganesh, working as a computer science lecturer in Vincent de Paul Degree College. Let us, in third semester, we have a paper ICT 2, that is Information and Communication Technology. Already you studied in second semester. This is an extension of third, Information and Communication Technology. This is our paper title, ICT. Actually in second semester ICT 1 is there, but in ICT 1 we deal in the paper title is Computer Fundamentals and Office Tools. But this semester in Information Communication Technology 2 we know about fundamentals of internet, and web tools. This is the paper title you have to learn about in third semester, fundamentals of internet and web tools. So in this semester we know about what are the requirements of using internet into our computer system, and how many different type of technologies we used. We can access other servers information we can in our computer system, and types of networks, and which kind of programming language we use to develop web pages in computer. These all are fundamental concepts have to be discussed in this session. This is in this title, Fundamentals of Internet and Web Tools. As usual, this title paper contain also 5 different of units. Unit 1, Fundamentals of Internet. This is Unit 1 title. In this unit, we discussed 5 of them topics. First one is, what is data communication? And the second one, components of data communication. Components mean what are the equipments we have used to communicate between computers. This topic is called like a components of data communication. And third, types of communication are types of networks according to the distance. How many ways to communicate through computers? This is called type of computers. And the fourth one is, what is computer virus? What is computer virus? How to spread in computer? Virus is a common object into the computer system. And the last one is types of web browsers. Browser is a intermediary software we can access any information through internet. So these all the 5 topics we are covered in the first unit, Fundamentals of Internet. Let us, what is data communication and the different type components, what are the equipments we have used in the time of data communication between computers, and how many different type of networks available in the computer system, and what is computer virus, how to spread into your computer system, and how many different type of browsers are available, and which browser, what kind of information we can access in computer. Let's be discussed. These all are the topics in Unit 1. Let us, the first topic in the Unit 1 is the most common and the fundamental topic is, what is data communication? You know, the mean of communication is just to share the ideas or information from one location to another location. This is actually a communication. So simply, communication means We just send or receive the data from one location to another location. Basically, it's like a communication. But what is data communication? Data mean it's about raw facts. Raw facts in computer system is called data. Okay, data communication is the most important aspect in the computer system. Nowadays, anything we can access through internet only. But we have an internet, but how to communicate from one computer to another computer? In case, there is no network, we cannot possible to communicate between the computers. In case we have to communicate computers, we need an internet facility. So data communication, it is transfer data between computers. Transfer data between computers. So data communication is the exchange of data between two devices. In case you have to communicate between computer, we need at least two. So one is a sender, another one is the receiver. So two devices are required. That's why in case you have to exchange of data between two devices using some form of wired or wireless transmission media. The very past days, if you want to communicate between computers, we use a wired communication. Like a local area network is a kind of a cable we have connect between the computers. But nowadays the technology is most advanced. So advanced technology, without wire we have possible to exchange data between of computers. That's why either wired or the wireless communication media. It includes the transfer of data, the method of transfer and the protection of the data during the transferring process. In case if you send the data or transfer the data from one computer to another computer, in between transferring the data should be theft. That is not a problem. There are simply very high level protocols are present. Protocol mean that is secure data. So transferring time in between of computers, we cannot destroy, we cannot use them this data. There are several standards level of security is present. So to begin data communication, the communicating devices should be a part of an existing communication system. So if you want to maintain data communication between computers, there are several different components are required. Let us discuss about components of data communication. Components of data communication. What are the required things if you want to communicate between computers? What are the requirements if you want to communicate between computers? There are 5 important components are need. First one is a message, is the first component if you want to maintain and communicate between computers. The second one is a sender, and third one is the receiver. Fourth one is the transmission media, and the fifth component name is called protocol. So these 5 components are essential. We have to exchange data between of computers. Let's discuss what is message. So message is the information that is to be communicated. In case no message, we cannot communicate with computers. So that's why message is play a most important role in the data communication. So message is the information that is to be communicated. This is the first component. Then the message is ready. The second component in the data communication is sender. The sender is the device that sends the message to another computer. So if you want to communicate between of computers, there are 2 devices are required. The one computer is the sender and the another computer is the receiver. So sender is just the device that sends the message. And the third component is called a receiver. The receiver is the device that receives the message from another computer system, that is the receiver. And what about the transmission medium? Transmission medium is the physical path that communicates the message from sender to receiver. For example, actually you want to communicate your final marks to your mother. Actually your result is coming, degree, final year or second year results will come. So your final marks to your mother have to communicate. So you can call her via telephone and inform her about your marks. Okay, so here your marks is the message, right? Your pass or fail, what or maybe, your marks is the messenger, and you are the sender and your mother is the receiver. So sender is the student and the mother is the receiver, and the telephone line is the medium, because no telephone communication, we cannot exchange the information from one location to another location like in your real life actually. So telephone is the transmission media. And the language, how to communicate your mother, the most important thing is a language. So language in which you are conversing is the protocol. So protocol refers to a set of rules how to transfer the data between of computers can decide the protocol only. So protocol actually similar to a language. So if proper language is not there, we cannot possible to communicate in telephone line. Right? So protocol refers to a set of rules that coordinates the exchange of information. Okay, both sender and receiver should follow the same protocol. You know, your mother tongue and your mother tongue both are the same. If you can receive what you can say, otherwise the both languages are different, we cannot possible to communicate. So that's why if the receiver and the sender should follow the same protocol to communicate data. Without the protocol, that means without the language, the sender and receiver cannot communicate with each other, right? With each other. Just as a person speaking English but cannot be understood by a person who speaks only Hindi. So both have communicated with the same language, then understood what message you have to send it and what message you have received the other person. In case you have to send the message in English language, but the person is also received the message in English, but he didn't understand English, that is a problem of communication. That's why protocol can understood and can transfer the same message to another person with the same language. This is the protocol we should follow. These all are the 5 important components if you want to communicate between the computer: message, sender, receiver, transmission media and protocol. These all are the most important components in the data communication technology. And then the second one, explain different types of computer networks. Types of computer networks. Basically, what is the type of computer network? Basically, networking means just exchange the information or data between of computers. But why should one discuss types of computer networks? Types of computer network. So, according to the distance, that means how much for the data should be transferred between of computers, we require a distance. For example, sometimes all the computers are nearby in one room. All the computers nearby in one room. So the space is very limited and very near all computers. So from one computer to another computer, data is spread very fastly and easily also. This is a one type of network. But sometimes our computer system should be located in one particular location, but we can access the information in the same place but is a little bit of distance area. How can I transfer server information to another computer system? Because the distance is increased. And sometime our particular server should be there in one particular state, and we receiving information in another location, that is another state. So the distance is too much high. So this time what type of network you can use? So type of networks is decides. So in the today world, networks are known as a medium of connections between nodes. Actually in computer system there are two devices are properly working. So system 1 and system 2. Minimum 2 systems are required. because system 1 is the sender and system 2 is the receiver. We need two systems. So sender system is always called a server in data communication. Two systems are needed, but actually sender is and receiver is the common terminology. So in computer system, in computers world, the common terminology we can't use. That's why the sender system is always called a server. Server means just serve and pass the information. And the receiver is called a node. Receiver computer in networking terminology is called a node. Basically, we have connect with multiple nodes, not only that single node. In case we have to access the information from any of them computer. So if you want to access them the information from any of the computer, that every computer is called a node, but server is only for one. So anybody we can access the information through nodes, we have to depend on the server. So server always be present only for one in the computers. That's why server. That's set of devices or computers. A network consists of group of computer systems like servers or networking devices are linked together to share resources. So networking not only that to every time access the information only. In case we can possible to access resources also. Resources mean either a printer, either a scanner, either a Xerox, either like any of them component. So for example, in an organization there are multiple computers are present. So there are 10 different people are working in an organization. Every person will have one computer. But all the computers we need to connect only for one printer. All the devices, so every person have one computer, but in an organization that 10 people we need only one printer, but because the printer can access to just share them each and every computer. So this is called a resource. We can possible to access them, share resources also, include a printer or whatever may be. So the connection is established by using either cable media or wireless media. Previously I am saying. So past days, if you want to communicate between the computers, we can connect one particular wire between of computers. But nowadays, without wire we can possible to communication. That is called Wi-Fi technology. Wi-Fi have no need about wire. Without wire, we can possible to communicate, we can access them information from any other server. So without wire, we can possible also, that is wireless technology. So according to the distance and according to the speed and according to number of computers can access it information, so the LANs can be divided into mainly of 4 types. That is LAN, second one is CAN, third one is MAN, and fourth one is WAN. There are 4 different type of computer networks are available in the world. So which one is required, which particular network is preferable to me, then you have to decide any one proper area network. Okay, let us. The first type of computer network is called LAN. LAN full form is local area network. This is the full form about the LAN. Local area network is called a LAN. So what is LAN actually? So a LAN is a privately owned computer network. That means if you want to maintain all the computers in one proper building only. For example, this is like a building. In our building, there are 20 or 50 of computers are present. Actually, without a network, what happened in between of computers? For example, if one student is done a job in computer 1 or system 1. So, in the time of the half of the job is completed in the computer 1. Tomorrow, he will continue the work. But actually, the computer 1 is occupied by another student. The computer 1 is occupied by another student. So then actually that half of the work is completed in the computer system number 1, and in the time of working it will continue the work, the system is not free, is doing another task in another student. But what can do, without network we can possibly just simply wait. అతను ఏం చేయాలి, వెయిట్ చేయాలి, ఎప్పటి వరకు ఈ సింప్లీ గోయింగ్, అతను బయటికి వెళ్ళాలి, లెట్స్ హ్యావ్ టు సిట్ అండ్ కంటిన్యూ ద వర్క్. So this is the problem about the without the network. But in case a network is present, Actually, we have to type the some of the document in system number 1. So system number 1 is already occupied by another student. You will sit in another system also. In the lab, actually 50 of computers are there. So if you free any of them computer, you just sit in it. So after sitting, we can access the information from system 1 to a sitting computer like a system number 4 or system number 5. So in this LAN, actually what happened, all the computers are very nearby in one particular room. So all computers should be in a network. We can possible to exchange the data from one computer to another computer. Do you understand? So in case one computer another computer have no networking cable, what happening? So system number 1 contain information should be always be keep on only the system 1. So the system 1 data is not transferred to system 2, is not possible to transfer. Why? Because the both systems have no communication. No communication, we cannot transfer data. In case the two systems have a communication, system number 1 data have to be copied into your system number 2 with the help of a communication. So this is the type of network is called LAN. So always local area network is just consist all the computers in only for one location or in one building, not will be there in different. So this kind of networking technology is called a local area network, is a LAN, is simply called LAN. Let us. So a local area network is a privately owned computer network covering a small network's geographical area, small networking area, and the privately owned, because privately owned mean actually one institute or one firm or one organization to handle this network. Okay, that's why it's a privately owned computer network, like a home, office or group of buildings, etc. I need this material. Yeah, thank you. Okay, nowadays LANs are being installed using wireless technology. Actually, so much updations are coming in networking also. So that's why without a wire we can possible to communicate between computers, that is LAN also. So previous that in very past days, if you want to communicate between computers, so one computer another computer we have to connect with a wire. So that wire is also no need for present days. So wireless technology is also present. So such a system makes use of access point or AP is called access points to transmit and receive data. So how can transfer data between of computer, because every system have a IP address. IP mean internet protocol. So internet protocol mean is a address of the system. So without address we cannot possible to communicate between computers. So that's why we need a access point or internet protocol. So one of the computers in a network can become a server serving all the remaining computers called clients or nodes. LAN's network may have connection with other LAN's network via leased lines and leased services. Let us discuss about the second type of networking technology is called CAN. CAN stands for Campus Area Network. Campus Area Network. Actually, I will show a small diagram. This is the main campus of the Vijnan Nilayam. So all the administrative actions are done in this place. This is the main campus. So this campus contain a one server. This is a computer system. So all the information about the campus and about the students, everything we can keep only in this computer. That's why this computer is called a server. So this is the main campus. So this main campus surrounding, there are so many different Vincentian houses present. So in different places, the same geographical area, but a little bit of distance. In little bit of distance, there are so many different Vincentian houses are present. And every Vincentian house has a computer also, because so many of them students are, so many of the fathers and so many of the designated peoples are present in the different houses. So if you want to access the information from any time, we have to connect with only one server. If you want to know about anything about the campus, like who's the management, who's the principal, and how many students are present, and different courses, what course, what students are studying. Every information we just keep inside the server only. So if you want to access information through other persons, we need to connect this particular location and this particular server only. So have a little bit of distance are there. Have a little bit of distances there. So have to be maintain the network little bit of distances. This kind of networking is called a campus area networking. And you know the difference between the LAN and CAN very clearly. LAN is always, so this is the area, server is also present in this location, and all the clients or nodes should be surrounded in this server only. So every computer have to be connected with those only. So server and all nodes or clients should be surrounded. So the distance is very less. The distance is very less. But this is the LAN, and campus area networking in one main campus, there are distances level, there are so many different of computers. So every computer we can access the information through server only. So the distance is increased, then automatically we have to change the networking type also. Okay, that's why we suggested the second type of networking is called a CAN, campus area network is the second type. And the third one, MAN. MAN stands for Metropolitan Area Network. Metropolitan Area Network is the third kind of networking technology. So what happening in MAN? Okay, actually this is our college head office. Actually our head office should be there in the approximately, I don't know, it's clearly Kerala. Kerala is our house, head office should be there in the Kerala. Actually in Kerala, every funding information we have to be keep in the server. Funding information, everything we have to be keep in the server. And every people information and every student information according to this configuration, every piece of information have to be stored in the place of a main server of the Kerala in location. Later, there are so many different of unauthorized services that should be there, like in Eluru and like in Janampeta, like in Karnoolu, like in different places. There are the main head office is Kerala, and these all are the supporting locations. So if you want to access them the information, either Eluru or Janampeta or Karnool, whatever may be any of them location, we can access them the data through only this Kerala server. So the distance is to comparatively CAN, the distance is too much large. So how can it possible to communicate? So MAN, Metropolitan Area Networking, the best suitable example is cable TV networking. Cable TV networking is the best suitable example of MAN, because we can access them the information from different places, not only be very near places. So if you want to communication, the distance is increased, we have to use another type of networking is called a MAN. Let's discuss MAN. MAN stands for Metropolitan Area Network, is one of a number of types of networks. A MAN is a relatively new class of network. So MAN is larger than a CAN, absolutely. Okay, CAN is larger than a LAN and MAN is larger than a CAN. So campus area network, and its name implies covers the area of a single city approximately. So MANs rarely extended beyond 100 kilometers and frequently compress a combination of different hardware and transmitting media. Actually the next session we have to discuss, in case the distance is increased, which particular transmission media helpful to transfer the data between of computers. Okay, so a MAN can be created as a single network such as a cable TV network. So cable TV network covering the entire city or a group of several local area networks. In this way, resource can be shared from LAN to LAN. So multiple LANs you have to consider with a MAN, and from computer to computer also. So MANs are usually owned by large organizations to interconnect its various branches across a basic city. This is the third type of networking type is MAN. And the fourth technology is called a WAN, is called wide area technology. Now it's very popularly used technology in computer networks. Wide area network. Wide area network is the best example of internet, because internet we have to access the information from state to state and country to country. This is no limit and no boundary about this kind of networking in computer is called wide area networking. So a wide area networking is a telecommunication networking, absolutely. So we can possible to communicate between of computers, we need a telephone line, because the telephone line only transmits the data. This is the transmission media. A wide area network is simply a LAN of LANs or network of networks. Actually internet, the definition, what is internet? Internet is a network of networks. That's why WAN is also like internet. That's why WAN is network of networks. WAN connects LANs that may be on opposite sides of buildings across the country or around the world. So WANs are characterized by the slowest data communication rates and the largest distances. That's it. So that's mean slowest data communication rate, because in Jio we have to just prepaid 149 rupees balance, we can access the information from wide area. We can access them the information throughout the world. So data communication is very lowest rates and the largest distance we have to communicate. And computer connected to a wide area networks are often connected through public networks such as telephone system. Absolutely. If you want to access the information using with a wide area network, we need to depend on the public networking, like any telephone or using any of the particular tower. So these all are the public networks. They can also be connected through laser lines or satellites. Maximum internet should be connected through only for satellite communication. So satellites have receives the signals and send them proper data to your computer system. So the largest WAN in existence in the actually internet. Okay. So these all are the different types of computer networks.